Hello listeners, welcome to another episode of the Peculiarstars Lifestyle Network with Emmanuel. And today we are diving into a fascinating topic, the entitlement mentality. I want you to share your thoughts with us. We want to hear what you think about the entitlement mentality. Drop your comments below and let's spark a conversation together. Personally, I feel like entitlement mentality works in two ways. Some people feel like they are advantaged, so they should be treated specially, just like when you have superiority complex. And some other people feel like they are disadvantaged, so they should also be treated specially. Both forms of entitlement are harmful and would keep quality people away from you. So you need to always check yourself to know if you display any of these entitlements. You see, no one enjoys gifting beggars. Well, as much as it's an act that portrays kindness, humans are selfish. It's easier to give things to someone that has done the same to you before, or that can benefit you in another way. Easier than giving it out to someone that has not been of any help to you. You see, I think this analysis guides the entitlement mentality that sometimes pops up in our head. Before you ask someone for something, you try to gauge how you have been of help to them and weigh it with your request. It may not always work that way, but it makes you more certain of approval. And it's also a lesson when it comes to collaboration. You see, you ask yourself, what does this person you are reaching out to stand to gain from you? Are you sure you are not just feeding off their influence and resources? What have you added to the life of the person that adds to yours? So how do you ensure your requests benefit others and creating genuine connections instead of just serving your interest? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. You see, one of the most dangerous things to have is entitlement mentality. Like, nobody owes you anything. You have to take responsibility for your life. You have rich brothers, sisters, uncles, and you think it's their responsibility to spoon feed you. You need to chill, calm down. They also have a lot of responsibility on them. So if anyone does anything for you, appreciate God and also appreciate them. And if they don't, you have no right to hold it against them. Some of you that abuse your uncles for not sending you money when you were in school. How many of you are sending money to your younger siblings now? So life is happening to everyone and it's not easy out there. So I want to know, do you take responsibility for your own life and avoid placing all your expectation on others? Share your thoughts on breaking free from the entitlement mentality with us in the comments. You see, I understand some people have in plenty and are just stingy and wicked, but you will save yourself if you don't put all of your expectation on them. Be grateful to people and take responsibility for your life. Your father's house is not your house. The man worked hard for himself and built a house, and it's your own responsibility to build yours too. So I'm not saying your parents can't give you a house and stuff, but the bottom line is entitlement mentality is bad. So don't be the reason why people don't want to answer strange numbers. You get, some people even have your number and they can't even pick your calls because they know you are going to beg for something. So you just have to eradicate the entitlement mentality. And that's the first step to real progress in life. Nobody owes you anything. Roll up your sleeves and get to work. To attain greater heights, you must settle this fundamental truth. When someone gives you the ingredients of how to make a meal, don't expect them to also give you a breakdown of how much the ingredients will cost. As an adult, take up initiative, do your own research. You see, expecting to be spoon-fed has a hidden layer of entitlement mentality. And a sense of entitlement happens when someone believes they deserve special treatment or accolades for something they didn't earn. And it's not a far-fetched occurrence nowadays. From the share me data messages to why didn't you tell me you are going out? It's present. For instance, you are taking a stroll on a cool evening and you came across a stray dog and you offer it your food. The next day you see this same dog at the same spot and you do the same. The next time the dog sees you, it's definitely going to wag its tail, walk around you and do all sorts to show gratitude. So when it becomes a daily routine for a long time, the dog feels it's right. And if you pass and you do not offer the dog anything, it's going to back to protest. So this is the same as being too considerate to every request. You see, value gets lost in commonness. Sometimes we don't have to show any prior acts of kindness before specific people show up like a spirit and start to table requests that screams, I deserve it. And some people show up and stick like leeches, determined to suck you dry because you are kind. I want to know, have you ever faced opportunistic individuals appearing out of nowhere and expecting kindness without reciprocation? How do you handle such situations? So share with us in the comments. I know at this point certain people might have come to your mind. If you can relate, then you should try to get rid of them and prevent yourself from potential leeches. And how can you do this? Put them in their place. Let them know you don't have the capacity to always attend to their needs. This doesn't mean you should be rude to them. Come out straight to keep your life straight with them. You see, you can provide a long-term solutions if you are capable. Teach them the skills they ask you to help out with all the time. Give them a job if they disturb you for money. That's if you are capable to do that. And don't allow manipulation. When someone constantly tells you the story of their lives, shares memories of hard times with you, and brings up pitiful conversations, it's an attempt to, guilt trip you into pitying them. I also feel like you can remix their wish. When they drop their problems to you, give them a counter attack. For example, if someone comes to you and said, I need to finish this assignment in an hour, I don't know what to do, I wish someone could help me, you can just say, oh, that's sad, why don't you go online and get ideas? You see, when you are always available, people are going to misuse that opportunity. It's very good to help people and always give them a hand, not all of you, knowing fully well that someone feels entitled to you and your resources. If there's a dear need to help them, it should be with a limit. So someone that wants to spend some time with you should be reminded that they can only stay for a week. And in extreme cases, cutting all ties with them is the best thing to do. This is what happens most times because no one wants to wake up every day thinking of how to deal with someone who greets you with a request. So I want you to note that expecting and wishing for things isn't bad. You see, assuming that everyone has to bend to your will is bad. So that's entitlement. Everyone deserves good things. It's not just you. So calm down on your dramatic personality. To conclude with, what steps can you take to break free from the entitlement mentality and ensure your expectations are realistic and responsible? We will be expecting your responses in the comments. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and until next time, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Bye for now.